It sure is quiet around here. Maybe it's about time we turn this thing on. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Factorio Space Exploration. I'm your host, Captain Zisteau, and today we're gonna fire up this Megabase. We designed and built the thing, we built a gigantic nuclear power plant to power the thing, we built all kinds of outposts on this planet and many other planets. Last thing to do is just set the trains to automatic. Side goal, don't get hit by a train. We're gonna start on the left side of the base where all the circuits are getting made, and the goal right now is just to make sure that everything works right. We haven't researched the wide area beacons, and until we do that, everything's going to be moving extremely slowly, because all these machines have productivity modules, but no speed modules to boost the speed back up. Trains are all backed up, time to activate the belts. I cut them all off so we can watch them all go all at once, which is always a fun thing to do with a fresh, shiny new first-time base. Let's see, this one's down here. Grab this. A lot of copper, most of the copper for the base flowing through this circuit area. There we go. Lots of belts, lots of ore. We're also going to need some sulfuric acid for the blue circuits. We're making a lot of petroleum gas right here on the left for all the plastic in this area, for all the red circuits. But the sulfuric acid is made locally in this central oil area, so we need to turn this thing on, get it going. Need to turn the trains on. There you go, automatized. Automatic. We'll also need a little bit of iron to make that sulfuric acid, so we'll turn on these iron trains too. Okay, sulfuric acid. We need sulfuric acid a variety of places in this base, so it might take it a little while to filter over to the blue circuits, but it'll get there eventually. So, it looks like we have some bricks getting made pretty slowly, and some green circuits getting made pretty slowly. Up here we got some green circuits making red circuits slowly. Down here we got green circuits for the blue circuits, doing nothing, all backed up. Still waiting for the sulfuric acid to filter over here, I guess. But over here we've got green circuits making red circuits to make blue circuits, and that is also getting made slowly. But at least it's getting made, that's the important part. And looks like the sulfuric acid has made its way over here. We have some blue circuits, processing circuits, getting made, going down the belt. That's pretty good. We're also making our modules rank 1 to 3 over here. They mostly require a ton of circuits, so it made sense to lump them in with the big circuit area. Red circuits go down the middle. Green circuits get direct inserted into speed module, productivity module 1s, and speed module 1, productivity module 1s are on the belt going down this way. Down here at the end, they get inserted into Speed Module 2 and Productivity Module 2, and then those guys get inserted over here to make the Speed Module 3 and Productivity Module 3 over on that side. I guess we're still waiting for batteries. But other than that, this seems to be operational as well. Let's go check on the batteries, which is right up here. What are you missing? You've got iron plates. You need sulfuric acid as well. Oh, I guess it just hasn't made its way, because it's at the end of the pipe. This will eventually fill up, because you don't really need that much sulfuric acid for circuits. It's just going to take a while to saturate the pipe. Anyway, we've got circuits on the belt, and they're getting added to the logistics network before getting inserted into cargo rocket silos. And with those guys in the logistic network, look what we have down here. Robots! Robots making stuff. All these different assemblers should be set up to be making stuff. We're still missing some of the ingredients, but a lot of stuff is already getting made. We've got requester strongbox in there. We've got fuel processor in here. Jetpack equipment in there. That's pretty sweet. Green circuits, making robots there, whatever. So with the circuits operational, let's turn on some more trains. We'll do all the ones up here for the basic smelting. And the trains are all backed up, so we can go ahead and activate these belts. I guess I never deactivated the stone belts because a lot of the modded things around here have stone byproducts, and so we're monitoring the lines here where stuff gets recycled back into the stone lines before they hit the 8x8 balancer, which is right there. If the recycle lines all back up, then that activates this assembler here, which starts turning the extra stone into landfill to help get rid of the backed up recycled stone we have going on. Iron plate seems to be working just fine. It looks a little bit funny the way that they're being put out in groups. I guess that's because this recipe puts out 12 at a time. Coal ends up down here with some petroleum gas making plastic. Pretty slow, no beacons. Then we've got one last set of trains here. These are mostly for the vanilla science packs and also the rocket telemetry. But also the main copper and steel plates for the base also ended up getting lumped in with these guys, just the way that the different basic ores ended up getting grouped together to have fewer amount of trains total. And I've managed to put a few of the old style beacons in here in the metal smelting area, but the actual science area is way too dense to have any kind of beacon presence, so it's going to be going at a glacial pace. But there are some science packs on the belt. As long as it's functional, it'll do for now. And checking up on the circuits again, looks like the batteries are getting made now, so that sulfuric acid did filter all the way down through that line like it was supposed to. We've got Speed Module 3s and Productivity Module 3s getting put on the belt. That's good. And the robots seem to be enjoying themselves. So with all the train stuff based on this planet taken care of, let's start launching some rockets. And let's start with Cryonite right here. All I should have to do is take this wood out of this landing pad, and then we can actually check up on the planet outpost. Okay, there it is, launching. Boom! 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Okay, Cryonite getting crushed, getting washed, getting turned into Cryonite sticks. Little Cryonite drinking straws is what that is, I'm pretty sure. You put the Cryonite drinking straw in your drink, not only can you drink through it, it makes it colder. Wow, amazing. So one of the things we need the Cryonite for is to turn water into ice, which makes it much more convenient to send into space. That means we don't have to use tin cans or barrels or whatever. We don't have to recycle the barrels afterwards. We just melt the ice with good old-fashioned heat. There's some Cryonite slush. This thing just made some Cryonite slush with that Cryonite rod that just got inputted. This might be the first ice. First ice on the belt. No barrels required. Pretty cool. Boom. Water ice. In the rocket. Okay, next up, I guess we'll just go through the different rainbow ores. We've got green, we got yellow, and we've got pink. So I guess the green one is first, which is Beryl, I think. I think it's Beryl. Are you Beryl? Here, let me land in a space where I can actually walk, take the wood out of there, and I think that's Control 6. Yep, Control 6. Rocket is getting launched. Next one's getting built. Doosh, 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 doosh. It's kind of weird that that's totally silent. There's no sound effects or anything. This massive payload dropping down from the sky. Okay, yeah, getting crushed, getting washed, getting turned into some liquidy stuff. Beryl hydroxide, beryllium hydroxide. Then we turn it into ingots, and then it gets turned into plates. Ooh, look at that lovely aqua-colored smoke. Or what is that? Turquoise? Teal? Cyan. No, it's more turquoise. Turquoise. Ooh, there we go. We've got some green plates on the belt. Not too many, but they're on the belt. Next up, we've got the yellow plates, or the iridite plates, or iridium plates, or whatever. Get rid of the wooden placeholder. Oh, I guess we just launched some vulcanite. And we're about to launch some iridite. And here it comes. Doosh, 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 doosh. Totally silent. So weird. And like the beryllium, we're crushing it, washing it, turning it into a liquid, but we've got these exchange bead catalyst guys. Anion-ion exchange beads. And this whole circuit thing got explained in an earlier video. If you're wondering what's going on here, this is to make sure that our recycled items get used properly. And a little farther down the line, we're turning that stuff, the powder, whatever, into ingots and stamping that, smashing it into plates. It's like a smash burger, but with metal that's gonna kill you if you eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat this metal. It'll kill you. And a short delay later, and we've got yellow plates on the belts. Although it's currently nighttime, I've got my night vision goggles on. Oh, never mind, they just turned off. They desaturate the colors quite a bit. Now we can see just how yellow these yellow plates are. 4 plates in a sea of belts. Kind of goofy. Okay, we have 1 metal left, the holmium plate. We decided to skip for now all the Vitamelange stuff here in the middle because we're going to have to assault an entire planet, get rid of a bunch of aliens, we're going to have to deal with some biter meteors and all that kind of stuff. We'll also be returning a bunch of scrap from space, so we're not going to worry about this guy right now. Here's the holmium landing pad. Skadush, and I think that was, what, the first non-Vulcanite planet is like the second outpost planet we did. There it is launching. Bon voyage. And the totally silent landing. Oh no, it's off. It's off course. It crashed. Okay, dang. Okay, robots, stop doing that. Don't do that, robots. Dang it. Well, I guess that was bound to happen sooner or later. That's kind of annoying, but we can deal with it. I'm just gonna put all my stuff in the rocket. And then pick this up, and I guess we'll dump that stuff into there. These guys, I'm just going to... Let me find a different container to put the garbage in. Maybe we will have something to do with this scrap landing pad. Boom, scrap. There you go. That's going to get turned into landfill. We're going to forget about it for a long time. It's going to go into a huge container. We'll never think about it again. Okay, so after that got cleaned up, seems like we lost a little bit of the holmanite, but it was mostly about the collateral damage and having to clean it up myself instead of it just going directly into this landing pad. There is research we can do to make that crash landing thing less often, which of course we're going to do as soon as we start doing science again. And like the other guys, we are crushing it, we're washing it, we're turning it into a liquid. Ooh, look at that. That is a lovely magenta color right there. Check that out. It's like cotton candy. Walking down the line, and we've got pink plates on the belts. That means it's operational. Once we get some beacons up in here, it's gonna start to pop off. What is this right here? I think there used to be a substation right there, but it wasn't necessary. It wasn't actually plugging anything in. Let me get rid of that. There we go. No ripples allowed in our sea of belts. So the modded metals are all operational, and I actually forgot that we didn't turn on the big oil trains back here, the 416-4s, so let's do that now, and we'll even ride them out there, and pick up some oil, ride it all the way back, turn that into automatic. Automatic, I'll turn all these automatic first, and then we'll hop in the one in the station. Ride it all the way there. Here we go. Time to go for a train ride. Okay, very quickly. Well, it's picking up. I gotta get on the other side. Oh, that was very fast. It loaded up with oil really quickly. Okay, here's a question. Can I... Actually, let me just change trains, because that's not gonna work. There's no way I catch that thing. Let's get in this one. Boom. Easy peasy. And we're back. And these guys should have oil. All this stuff should be operational. I guess we're still saturating all the tanks. But we're making the oil. This build is basically just a variation of the other oil builds in the base. With the exception being that these ones are getting barreled to be sent into space. So we're making petroleum gas, light oil, heavy oil, and lubricants. And then the water is getting turned into ice over here, like we saw earlier. And I think with the big oil trains all situated, everything is operational, everything's working. I fixed a few small minor issues with underground belts facing the wrong way and that kind of thing. But besides those very minor issues, everything is working as intended. The rockets are getting loaded. Why is... Oh, okay, so this kind of thing, I think, is because there was stone on the ground from artillery and nuclear explosions. All this kind of stuff destroyed the rocks in the landscape. So if you place belts or machines on top of them, they will just get scooped into the machines. So I guess I need to clean up that. This is actually... Okay, that's... Wow, man, that must have been some rock that was sitting here. No, this is the rocket specifically for sending stone to space. This one over here, yeah, that one's not supposed to have it. I guess I should check around for random bits of stone in chests where they're not supposed to be. But besides that small issue, now that the base is operational, we need to do a bit of cleanup. We have this big staging area where we launched all this stuff from our starter base. We're still going to be sending rockets from the starter base, but it's going to be mostly just additional cargo rocket sections and space capsules. So, what I think I'll do is, let me just copy this kind of thing. And actually, I'll just deconstruct this, because there's nothing in it. I wonder if that's going to copy the landing pad name. Let me actually do it this way with the blueprint. Create blueprint. Run it up here to where our space capsule and cargo rocket section rockets are. And I'll just put that there, I guess. Did it copy the name? Yes. Supply base supply drop. No, starter base supply drop. That's what that stands for. Okay, so with that done, first we want to strip out all the inserters. Let's do that. Blah, 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 blah. And then they send it there. Good. And then we'll just do a miscellaneous one. Oh, let me turn off my personal roboport. I want the base robots to do this. And we have some... Why is this not powered? Oh, because I picked up the power pole. Okay, let's put those back. I guess that deconstruction planer also picks up power poles. That's right. There's a whole bunch of storage chests up here in the base. So if I deconstruct all this stuff, it should get taken up there. So let's just mass deconstruct all the different boxes. And we can get rid of that too. We don't want them placing it there. Get rid of all these inventories. Robots! Oh wow, that's really weird. The way it's like they're painting. It's like brush strokes or something. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in this game. I didn't expect it to look that cool. I thought there would be some giant swarm, but I guess it makes sense because they're trying to take them to individual chests. Every item to one chest. Wow, that's really weird. That's a lot of robots. Count all the robots, quick. And I guess they needed to stop and rest. Wow, this is crazy. I can barely see the ground. There are currently more than 15,000 construction robots in the air. Ugh. It's kind of like almost making my eyes have trouble focusing. There's so much like messy information on the screen. Crazy. That's really weird. Wow. What are you carrying here? That's landfill. A whole bunch of landfill, one or two at a time, depending on... Oh, autosave. Depending on what your robot's carry capacity is, I think we have maybe one or two. And then dump it all in a container. You know, we might need more containers. But an advantage to using the little ones over the big ones is that they should put one item per container. So it'll be easier to find stuff just from looking at stuff. Just from looking visually. What's this look like on the map? Oh my gosh. That's a bunch of robots. And it looks like the robots have finished cleaning up down here. The only thing left is a radar, some extra substations, and this umbrella, which is protecting us from some energy beams from space, some solar flares. We probably need to find a cool spot to put that. I'm not sure where to put it just yet. But what I'd like to do for the end, to sort of put a finishing coat of paint to polish it up a little bit, is to put down some concrete, or rather bricks. We have this stone ore patch that is sort of in an inconvenient place to get a train to it, so I think what we'll do is we'll mine this up, we'll turn it into bricks. Not really a fan of paving over the entire world with bricks like some people like to do. I like to have a more natural look to a lot of the world, and if I use concrete, I want to use it in a detailed way. But this space is pretty big, so we're going to start with one thing at a time. We'll put down a whole bunch of bricks, and then over time, we'll detail it. We'll add the concrete, maybe the hazard concrete. We'll add some roads or little pathways or that kind of thing. But to begin with, yeah, I guess we are just going to pave it. So I think that should do the trick. That should be about 60 bricks per second. So the next thing to do, grab a whole bunch of bricks, put a brick in my hand, size it up like this, Do this. Crinkle, 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 crinkle. And that's probably good. Grab a blueprint and make one big bricky blueprint. That's kind of... I don't think I've ever made a big brick blueprint. That looks kind of weird. Snap to grid, no thanks. We're gonna name this Bricks. Damn, what a title. What a title. Grid blueprint. We're gonna go to map view. I did turn off my RoboPort because I want the base to do this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pave the whole thing, and then I'll take some bits out, round off the edges, that kind of thing. And later, we will make it look nice. We'll add the other concretes. But to get started, just want a whole bunch of bricks. Bricks everywhere. That is a lot of robots. A lot of robots carrying bricks. Okay, no, I misspoke. Now that is a lot of robots carrying bricks. They're actually going really fast. They've already done all of this. I was gonna film a montage and they're halfway done. All I did is square off the edges around the base. Well, better late than never. And just like that, they are all finished. And I think we're all finished with this video. Yep, it's done. The video is now over, or it's about to be over. We are finishing up. This is the wrap-up section. Oh, wait, hang on. It's going to be over in just like 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Robots, you're not finished. You forgot that part. Clean that up, robots. This is obviously just the first pass, and we're going to need to do some work on the detailing. We need to craft a whole bunch of concrete. But the important thing, the really important thing, is that the base is operational, the base is functional, we've got a whole bunch of rockets ready to shoot into space. So next episode, we're going to go back to space, we're going to start doing research again, finally, and unlock some new stuff. We're going to get the space rails, we're going to get the big beacons, and everything's going to go supersonic. But that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.